substance, that time you will be using centimeter, and MKS unit, that means usually more standard one you will be using is your meter. Same way for mass, it's kg, and FPS unit will be a pound, CGS unit will be a gram. But for time, it's mostly the second itself. So so usually for time the bigger unit would be hour. Now next one, interconversion of unit. Now this one is very important. So for that I would like to show you some examples out here. First one, it says 50 centimeter. I have to convert this into millimeter. First I should know what's the unit between centimeter and millimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. That's the unit, that's the relationship between centimeter and millimeter. After doing that, I can now convert it. That means the unitary method, 50 centimeter is equal to how much? 10 into 50, which will give me 500 millimeters. Another one, we'll be doing the same. If I have to convert 700 centimeter into meter, now I must know what's the unit between centimeter and millimeter. So 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 1 by 100 meter. So I can write 1 by, so that means 700 centimeter is equal to how much? 700 by 100 meter. So this will give me 7 meters. So this is how we do interconversion of units. Now what are advantages of using this SI system? Now the main advantages of using this SI system is it makes the unit universally accepted. The system takes care of even small measurement. Now if you have to measure a very small substance, that time also this can be used. Calculation can be easier, and the main thing is calculation becomes very easier. If you have to measure any small substance, that time you can just convert the bigger unit into small unit and you can measure it. And very important thing is this unit does not change with time, so it's mostly constant. Now measuring the length. Now in order to measure the length, the unit which we require is usual unit which we require is meter, and we also have smaller units called centimeter and millimeter. So whenever you are going to any shop in order to buy clothes and all, they'll be having a long stick which will show the measurement. Now suppose you are ordering a 5 meter clothes, so that usually that rod will be of 1 meter. So whenever you are ordering 5 meter clothes, that rod would measure the clothes 5 times. So first it will measure, so suppose if this is the rod, it will first measure the cloth, and again they will turn it around like this way 5 times. So that times it shows that while if he is turning the rod 5 times, that time we should know that the length of the cloth would be 5 meter. So that is how they used to measure clothes in meter. But there are some cases where the unit meter becomes very small. Suppose you have to measure the distance from Mirik to, let's say, Siliguri. That time the distance meter would be very difficult because large amount of number will be required. So in that case, that time instead of meter the term kilometer is required. Suppose you are, but there is another cases. Suppose you have to measure any small things. Let's say suppose you have to measure the size of your rubber. That time the unit meter and kilometer becomes very bigger. That time the unit which you take might be centimeter or millimeter. In that way, according to your convenience, you will be using the measurement unit. Now estimated and correct measurement of length. Now usually there is a device out here which you can, estimation means rough calculation, approximation type. Okay, so there is an instrument out here. I think most of you have seen this. This is known as your ruler. So because of this ruler you can measure the length of any object. Suppose there's a piece of cloth out here, you can measure the length. How do you measure it? You keep the ruler, just keep any substance beside that, and with the help of that you will be able to measure the piece of cloth. But there are some substance which cannot be measured with ruler. Suppose if you have to measure your chest while sewing some clothes into, if you are going to tailor, he'll be required. Suppose you have to make your school shirt and you have to go to the tailor. That time the instrument ruler won't be useful. That time he'll be taking this measuring tape. Why? Because it is easily bendable. So with the help of this measuring tape he can measure your length, your size of your chest, and even your size of your shoulders and all, with the help of which he will be able to make the shirt. Now what must be known? Now if you have to take the measure correctly, there are some rules, or there are some things, precautions you must take. First one, any measuring substance should be kept very close and adjacent to the ruler. Suppose I have to measure this pencil, I have to keep the pencil in this manner, not very far, but I have to keep the pencil very close to the ruler. Next one, like in this case you can see there is a 0 mark out here, but in some rulers, suppose the ruler is broken at your house and you only have this ruler, that time what you can take instead, like you don't have the 0 measurement, broken 0 mark, that time what you can do, you can just take any unit. Suppose here in this case it's the unit out here is 3, so just mark the pencil from the 3 and take the and just take the marking till where the pencil is out there. Now later on what you can do, you can just subtract the taken measurement from here. Like in this case it's 3 out here and the length measures 13. Now what you can do, you can, because it should have started from 0 but there is no 0, so you have done from 3. So what you can do, 13 minus 3 will give you 10. So the measurement of the pencil is 10 centimeter. And the final thing which you need to see is the proper position of eye. Suppose you kept a pencil out here, you kept your ruler out here, the position which you see must be straight above the nib. If you are viewing from here, you will find some error, and if you are viewing from here, you find some error. This is known as parallax error, the error which occurs if you are not viewing any substance, if you are not viewing the unit properly. So I would like to conclude the chapter out here. So later on we'll be continuing the chapter. Thank you.